We are trying to persuade people about toddlers are using devices. Imagine walking to a grocery store and see a family picking up grocery and no one is not talking to their child. Who's in the grocery cart? Are 2 years old. She grazed at the complete, looking at the iPhone, playing a high-speed cartoon show. This is an ongoing situation for children. Problem we see every day when it comes to view this device. It is harmful tools that keep kids quiet all the time and entertainment. But what is the same digit actually putting a speech shortest that attention span, and also this is a rewind how children brains handle the world we live in. That's what we talk about, these devices they be using. These iPhones, the iPads, it's really messing with our kids' brains, especially at the age of 2 years old. Today, the average toddlers get over 2 to 3 hours of screen media a day. This often starts before they can walk. They are introduced to iPhones devices because this world's saturated is the text that understand the causal parent shifting. Every future towards their education citizens need to look at life different for children on these devices. What is an iPad or an iPhone, a computer, everyday lifespan for our children. While iPhone tablets are the main digit pacifier for our toddlers, early screaming, language development always perform with our kids and having a delay because the mind is functioning on using iPhones instead of a book in their hand. When you have to swipe into real world, it is a technical play for our children. Their health is focused on things that they need, like robots on the computer, games, instead of education wise. I don't think that's good for our children. Our children need to know, need to be educated in the right way for the real world when they grow up. Today, I really want to convince parents that it's time to rethink the digit pacifier. To do that, we will downside the development of our kids. Early screen exposed in children, why the use of flat screen cannot replicate the real world learning, and we can set a realistic boundary to give our toddlers the childhood they need to learn in the real world. My main point, the problem, the toll of the early screen. The foundation, exposed device time of passion screen before the age of 3 has hindered a child foundation milestone development. And that is the truth. It has hindered a lot of our kids' development span because of these devices. That is true. Provide a background contents, devices taught at children, not with them. Toddler has intended learning through developing language is what psychologically really caused the interaction, the physical back and forth have taught and changed the babble how they talk. Smile their facial expression in the world of living human beings. Facts and statistics to establish urge. The system data is in a clear study showing that every 30 minutes a toddler has an iPhone screen. This is a risk of a special speech delay shoot up to 50% of our kids. Therefore, the cut in instant modern children reading development condition brains have expect that high level stabilization shows shorter in attention span every foot into the real world. Priority in the action tackling environment. Fixing the problem with children, it doesn't become attainment and anti-technology. It just means you have to reclaim physical space in the real world for our kids. We have to do better for our kids with these devices. For evidence to support your statement. Today, American Academy of Pediatrics showed that the use of clear baseline of the digital meter for children under the 18 to 24 months. But for kids that is the age of 2 and 5, screen should be less limited to 1 hour program a day on these devices. When a child swings their finger to draw or paint on an app, it doesn't mean they don't learn the same way as child physical holding a marker or brush. They can feel the texture of the paper because toddlers need to undestruct the material like blocks, Play-Doh. This will detect the place sensitive pathway in the motor skill that can flat two-dimension. Our knowledge opposed review. In the real world, people intend to critical caregiving anger just because of education. App. Giving the toddler academic head start, the screen providing much need mental breaks for parents that is busy trying to take care of their home. Refute them with evidence or reason. Research shows that parents need a break. Value that do not affect the toddler's transfer to 2D screen concept of 3D screen of the world. On the other hand, the most important thing is when parents immediately hand over their phone to stop a tantrum. Children will have tantrum, they can't get their phone. So we have to have another source for we can do right, for they can have their education, their learning, their skill. Riding in the car, quiet, going to a grocery store, we are as a parent seem to rob the benefit, have the chance for our children to learn self-regulation, and that is true. We are the one because of the terror of the little kids by board. Instead of letting kids give them another solution of growing mindset, because we have to have the right mind for our children to learn activity. My summary and conclusion: when look how early screen for children develop the value of speech and their focus milestone, and why hand a factaker is completely harmful for our toddler brain development, and how it can establish clear bounty, can flip the script for long-term growing, and we do right about these devices, and put a book in their hand instead and some toy in their hand. The next time when you find yourself trying to do right by hand over your iPhone in order to keep toddler quiet, do this instead. Challenge them with a book, a bucket of building blocks, or just let them sit there and figure out their own what they need to do. They might fall asleep, but it's better for them not to be on the device so much all the time. My closing statement: let's protect the scare of our children's well-being, brief of their early childhood. Let's just turn off the screen device, turn on their own imagination, and give our children the great real world life they deserve to grow up in. And to my opinion about this, why keep giving our children these devices? No, it's affecting their brains and their development skills. So we need to, like my collusion said, we need to find another solution for our kids as they grow up in this world of today. This is in my speech of toddler devices.